Hello, my lovely Leo. This is Ron from Terror of the Twin Sun. Welcome to my channel, Terror of the Twin Sun. This is a February reading for Leo, Situationship, dealing with love and the idea of love through the Great Mirror, the perception, the energies of love through the Great Mirror. So basically, I'm going to be pulling roughly about 27 cards, and each card, each placement, there are 9 placements representing both someone, and someone else, someone else, and the mirror between you, with 9 placements. So I'm going to go ahead and work with my newest deck. It's actually a new old deck from 1890, and it's a BP Gramal deck, a very, very strong deck that I just got today. So please, if you can, relax, clear your mind, and we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, this deck is ready. Bottom of the deck, energy. This is the 10th card, and we're dealing with the energy of 5. The 5 of rods is here. There is conflict with your energy is here. There's something where you are trying to create a structure of passion that actually works with someone else or with people around you, but unfortunately this is not working properly. And also there is some sort of quest here that has to do with the cycle of the passions within yourself, and conflict seems to be arising, conflict that has to do with getting over something from the past that has to do with abandonment issues or rejection. And also there is some sort of need to feel, to find out the truth behind this motivation. Someone you were dealing with was offered something at one point and they refused. This refusal actually led to a type of big lie, or perhaps something that involves instability, that led to a type of instability between you two, as well as a lack of teamwork and no balance when it comes to the situation. So this has been something that has been influencing not only what you do, but how you go about manifesting and creating things about your love situation. Okay? No. This is you. This is them. Whoa. And this is the energy between you two. Okay, very interesting. Once again, the bottom energy has to do with this conflict, this idea of conflicting passions of the heart that are conflicting. I'm going to shuffle up this deck real quick, and we're going to get some clarifiers for each of the 9 placements, leading up to 27 cards, plus the underscoring card, which is 28 cards total for your reading. Okay. $29 cards. There we go. So there's something here about them, or perhaps you going, it's this energy is mutual. It's the number 9, the hermit in the reverse. There is some truth that has been learned from this conflict. Something has been learned. Something is being learned, as well as there's this energy of trying to share this one to the other. Your energy is trying to share some sort of wisdom that you have found on the path of exclusion, on the path of some sort of spiritual path. Some sort of truth has arisen, and you are trying to share some sort of thing. But this may be taken as an act of war or an act of conflict. After coming out of isolation, there's something about your energy that has truth to share with this person, and it's ready in a way, okay? Now, when it comes to the soul level, this is all unconscious level energy here, these 9 cards. And this is your placement, this is theirs, this is how they see you, this is how you see them, and this is how you're appearing, this is how they're appearing. These 3 cards and these 3 cards. But what's here is what's in between you two, the reflective energies that is on the soul level, on this tier. Now, here on your side, there is the number 10 card, the Wheel of Fortune is here. The Wheel of Fortune is always about the reversal of roles and perhaps the ascendancy, the path of ascendancy. Some sort of boon has been given to you on a soul level. Through this connection, you have elevated to the status of a king or the status of someone who knows what they want. There also is the possibility that they have been demoted, something about them and your relationship. There is a shift in energies and things are turning in your favor. On a soul level, this means that you have risen or that your soul has ascended in a way to glorify your energy, to glorify yourself in a certain way. And this they see, and this is something that not only do they see, they feel it. They feel your expansion, which is a very beautiful thing. Now, it is complexed with the Coffin in reverse as well as the Magician in reverse. There is an energy here that is talking about a manifestation that occurred with the recycling of something. Something about this energy is a pattern you live out with a lot of your lovers. And on a soul level, you may attract and radiate according to your ascension and their descension. Somehow, your rise to glory leads to their sadness or their feeling of insecurity, okay? Which is a very interesting complex. This could be a karmic thing that you go through often when you meet people. You may end up being the more fortunate or being the more glorified in a certain way, and this person is feeling this. They can't control it. This is all unconscious energy, and this is soul energy. At the same time, there's the 9 of Cups here. There is an element of detachment and emotional detachment, but also emotional happiness. There's something about this person's fulfillment within the situation that also resonates with this sort of boon, this glory. But this is also the card of solitude. So the 9 usually leads to the 10, or it comes from the 8. So there's some sort of element of hard work that this person is used to when it comes to emotions, and also a type of independence. Okay, so this is really non-codependent energy. This is independent energy, and this energy is good for them because they tend to find happiness in some way, shape, or form within themselves, by themselves. There's something very beautiful about this. Because not only does this person give you happiness or give you the vision of happiness, they also help you to be a better person through the act of the Wheel of Fortune, the act of karma. There's something here that elevates you here in this connection, and it's through being with this person who on a soul level is good for you, which is really interesting, or very tempting, at least, to say the least. Now, between you two in the mirror, there is the 9 of Rods. There's this mutual feeling of mutual abandonment or mutual wounded warrior energy. There's like persons, both of you see each other as someone who has been hurt in some way, shape, or form through other relationships, through other aspects of life. There's something very beautiful in that there's a shared sort of melancholy or shared understanding about the, the nature of love and how vicious it can be. Um, so, this is led to, or this is coming from, is the sense that emotions have to be held back and kept in stasis with the chariot in reverse. Also, there's a key here. Through this shared melancholia, through this shared sadness comes, or this shared feeling of hurt, there comes like some sort of glory, there comes some sort of key to a situation about the riddle of passion and it being explored passionately with the Nine of Rods here, okay? But be careful because this usually tends to lead to the Ten of Rods. So this is like an end of a cycle. This is an old connection. However long um, you guys have known each other, it's as if this incarnation, this reincarnation of something from the past, has happened often. In a way, you may have manipulated your soul's energy, not consciously, but unconsciously. You may have done something to manifest this person, and not only that, this person. May have gone through a lot of challenges and they may have a truth that has to do with them being able to tempt you as well. There's some mirroring happening with the air energy here with Gemini and the Page of Swords. There's some sort of mirroring here that has to do with conflict as well as the ending of something, or perhaps a type of failure, and learning from these failures and how to manifest each other again, and then the cycle reoccurs. Okay, so this is something that you should maybe put some awareness into, that you guys tend to have this, there's a tendency here to have this like karmic issue or this karmic lesson that has to be learned, okay? Now, especially if you're on the path of ascension, there's some clear indication here that you are, and that there's something here that you have to learn from. We have here on the subconscious level, these 9, 9, and 9 cards are these subconscious placements. The way you are seen on the subconscious level, subconscious is like what we think and what we are about to say, what we're about to utter, what we're about to bring into being. This is all the realm of magic, and essentially this is what is coming into being by thought and by action, okay? Now, there is you being perceived as someone who is acting and trying to give an apology to this person. Perhaps there was some sort of fight, or there was an element of being left out or being cast out, something like this, and it's emotional. It's emotional. So there's an idea that you have to make an apology, but you may be making an apology to the wrong person or the wrong thing, or making the wrong apology altogether, because it's the Page of Cups, okay? Usually with the Page of Cups, there's an indication that the apology, it comes from the shawl, it's being blocked, there's some sort of cover over the cup, and where it's being offered is away from this person for now. If it is offered to them, it's offered to them in a very subtle way. So it's like an apology that you don't express, but perhaps you keep inside, but you still mean it. There's something heartfelt about it, okay? Be Maybe you should beware, or perhaps try to send that letter that you are meaning to send, or send that text that you're meaning to send, in order for a cycle to be complete. Perhaps there's an element of unfinished business or some sort of disconnect on an energetic level that needs to be reconciled, and the cycle needs to close in order for you to find ascension in some way. At the same time, on their end, they have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups is indicative of this movement to the soul level. They're acting in their higher, or their higher self, the more hidden, but in the higher self, the unconscious level. They are moving from the energy of the Eight, which is usually about detachment. Eight is hard work. Usually it's hard work within the tarot. Um, so there is, like the Eight of Pentacles, for example, that's an element of hard work in order to get some sort of detail into something. Here it's about emotional detail, but usually with the Eight, it's about leaving a situation, leaving a commitment in order to find a way back eventually. Okay, there's always a return with the Eight. of pentacle, eight of cups. My bad. So the Eight of Cups usually indicates some sort of hermetitude and then coming back to it. They're mirroring your energy. That is the underscoring, this light that you want to share with this person after conflict, because the conflict is here. The conflict needs to be, there has to be an apology about this conflict, and there has to be a reconciliation. This is a reconciliatory read. Perhaps this person has already found contentment elsewhere or within themselves, or perhaps they have like a Zen approach to their emotions and where they find fulfillment or love, for that matter. But it seems like the roads of love lead to you, regardless. Whatever path they're taking leads to you, and they know that they have to stand in their truth here with the Queen of Swords. There's a need to cut out whatever they don't need from you, but also to feel for you still. There's a lot of emotions that have been invested into this, and perhaps there is a return or a need for reconciliation. At the same time, in the mirror between you two, on the subconscious level, the realm of magic, we have the Two of Rods. Two of Rods is always indicative of a need to make a decision. There's a crossroads here, a conflict of passions, there's an echo here, and there's a need to find alleviation, to find freedom through this rod energy. Um, Also, usually there is a choice to be made, but then usually through that choice there's a cut that occurs. So there is the choices that exist. One is one of the path of the martyr. The other is the path of the hidden gift. Both of you are making both of these choices together, but in a way they are separate, but in a way they are in harmony. And this person is making sure that it is that way, if indeed something occurs. I think you have the secret motivation to end this cycle with whomever this is. Perhaps the fight that occurred between you two was too much, and there was too much tension. But whatever it is, your energy is showing up here with fire as your element. But there still is this emotional need to make on both ends some harmony. There's a lot of water here that wants to work together in order to make a choice together, to choose some sort of path that is in harmony. And this person definitely has that secret motivation to work with you. But at the same time, they're very well guarded. Okay? On a conscious level here, there is, on your end, the energy of the Three of Rods. Three of Rods is all about waiting. It's about being patient, as well as not being impulsive. There's an energy here that has to do with you to stand at the precipice of some great and beautiful thing. You're waiting to receive, receive, receive. It's funny because you're also waiting to send. What you want to do is actually move out and push towards this person, or perhaps away from them. Do something. At the same time, you're waiting for that 1111, that four of rods energy. There's something that you're waiting for here, and it's funny because on a conscious level, we have here two wheels of fortune. This wheel of fortune is in reverse. This one's in the upright, and they're both the 10 card. So there's an echo of the 11 here, as well as a great sense of ego. Okay, what is holding you back here is the sense that you are not in the right place to actually go ahead and move out and do something. This is also a stagnant card, the three of rods energy. And there's stagnation because something is holding you back. You don't know what it is, but it's holding you back, and you need more perspective. There's something about travel here as well that needs to occur in order for perspective to be had. Okay. On their end, there is the Knight of Cups, and it is coming forth. There's this energy. There's a lot of emotions in this connection. A lot of water on the major placements, especially on their end. This person has a great deal of love for you, and they know it, and they're not trying to hide it. But there also is an element of emotional manipulation with the card of survival here, and also something about the Seven of Cups flipping here, which is the ability to see through the haze, to find clarity, is or maybe coming to them, or perhaps there's still some sort of fog because the emotions are too misty for them. But they do have a great deal of heart and a great deal of romance to offer you, and perhaps you're waiting for them to go ahead and do that. Okay, then the mirror between you two, and this is the final part of a great mirror segment for you, my dear Leo. There is the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is indicative of trying to find balance, okay? So not only is there a need to make a choice, there is a need to also bury some sort of conflict, and also to understand that both of you have hurt each other through this connection, through knowing each other. There's some sort of hurt that echoes from the far past. And there also is a need to alleviate this hurt by healing through the fires that exist between you two and the waters, sharing these accordingly. But it seems to me that the romance that exists between you two, um, it's one of push-pull. Also, it's a runner and chaser dynamic, as well as the languages in which you share your emotional content. There's difficulty finding harmony, and perhaps this person has way too many emotions for you, and that might not be to your highest liking. However, at the same time, you should know that there is a level of contentment and emotional maturity that I do respect in this person, and the need to find balance with the Six of Pentacles is within the mirror. On the conscious level, it shows that there's a great sort of equilibrium in terms of what people are willing to do. There's a slow method in which you guys are both co-creating some sort of balance, whether that's balance through mutual respect and distance, or balance through some sort of commitment that should occur, and some sort of vision that you're both working towards. When it comes to this commitment, there's something about the ego that's holding it back, as well as a contract from the past. There's a soul contract that has been torn, that is being revisited, or perhaps this contract is a lingering thing. Perhaps there was a fallout already between you two, and this may be the second or third iteration in which you're trying to co-create and work on something. There's a need for an apology, as well as a need to give in some sort of way on both ends. And you're both trying to manifest this to create some sort of emotional harmony, but there's a great deal of patience, as well as a romance that hasn't been lived out yet that needs to, okay? My dear Leo, this is Ron from Tarot of the Twin Sun. Thank you. If you liked it, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you in March. Bye-bye.